My name is Vikas, and this is my first video on Microsoft Azure. In these sessions, I'm going to walk you through Microsoft Azure and Microsoft Azure resources like virtual machines. So, what is Microsoft Azure? Let's have an overview of Windows Azure platform. Windows Azure is a Microsoft application platform for public cloud. Application can be deployed to Azure in various models. You can build web applications that runs and stores data in data centers. You can create a virtual machines to develop and test, or you can run SharePoint or any out of the office. Any. You can develop massively scalable applications for many users on the cloud. With Microsoft Azure, the focus is to development and not the infrastructure. So there are few key benefits of hosting application in Azure are like uh, it's a minimum focus on infrastructure. All the infrastructure requirement and the maintenance is taken care by Microsoft Azure itself, and you don't need to worry about infrastructure requirement like compute or networking side of this. You don't need to buy or maintain any infrastructure for this. This is pay as you go models. You pay what you're using for. You don't need any highly skilled resources to develop migrate applications on Azure uh, for learning Azure SDK. Microsoft Azure provides a very good SLA of 99.95% for hosted applications. In these sessions, we're going to do introduction to uh, one of the hosted platform in Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Virtual Machines in Azure. Azure VMs are on-demand, scalable cloud computing resources. These are the similar virtual machines that can be hosted on any other virtual platforms like a Windows Hyper-V or VMware. All the resources like a processor, memory, storage, networking resources are same but hosted in Microsoft Azure portal. You can manage these hosted Azure virtual machines from Azure portal or with Azure CLI. You can use a remote desktop client to connect to Windows virtual machines. In these sessions, we're going to create our Azure Virtual VM. So let's go to Azure portal. Click on All Services. VM can be defined and deployed in Azure several ways. You can deploy it through Azure portal or through script using Azure CLI or Azure PowerShell or through Azure Resource Manager template. That can be a JSON template. In Azure Marketplace, we get a predefined or pre-configured images. Images are OS images or that can become comes with pre-deployed software tools already installed in this scenario. So once you're there, select all services and in the compute, select virtual machines. Click on Add button. You can create a virtual machine that runs Linux or Windows, and you can select images from Azure Marketplace, or you can use your own customized image as well. In this wizard, we're going to walk you through how to create Azure Virtual Machine. I click on Create Virtual Machine, and there are some different tabs like Basics, Disk, Networking, Management, Guest Config, Tag, the final review and create. So let's go to one by one session. We have to provide Azure subscriptions here. In drop-down menu, you can select Azure subscription. For demo purpose, I have created free trial Azure subscriptions. You have to select Azure Resource Group. Azure Resource Group is nothing but a collection of all your resources that could be including a disk, network interface card, public IP addresses, or any other load balancer. By clicking Create New option, you can create a new resource group, or if you can select existing resource group. Click on Create New. Name the resource. I name the resource like JT Cloud Resource Group Demo. Click on OK. You have to enter few parameters that are required to create virtual machines, like a name of virtual machines. Virtual machines name cannot contain any non-ASCII or special characters, and this virtual machine should be unique in current resource group. So I'll select JT Cloud VM 01. Now I have to select region. Regions are data centers in Microsoft Azure. You can host Azure machines in your nearest regions. For example, you can host in West Europe, you can host in UK West US, or any data center that complies to your GDPR compliance. So I selected region West Europe. Availability options. We'll walk you through availability zones and availability sets in the next session. Availability zones are or availability sets. This option is optional. You can create a single instance of Azure version machines that we're going to create this in this demo. So I leave these options. No infrastructure redundancy required. Image. There are different custom image available in Microsoft Azure Marketplace. You can choose any operating system that you want to deploy on virtual machines. So I selected Microsoft Server Data Center, or you can browse all images in this. These are custom images available in Azure Marketplace. For example, SQL Server 2014 Enterprise on Windows Server 2012 R2, any more. Now you have to select sizes. You can select size and the price models. Azure comes in a different sizes and different price models. Also, they are using for different purposes. For example, general purpose, compute intensive, memory intensive. In these options, you can select VM size. VM size B1MS offers 2 GB RAM, 2 data disks, and it can cost you 1362 in Indian rupees. So I selected B1MS and click on select. Now you need to enter username, that is your administrator name on Azure Virtual Machine. I select admin underscore name, enter your complex password. Now this is inbound port rules. For example, if you want to allow specific ports or RDP or specific custom ports, then you can select inbound connection on port 80, port 443, Linux Ubuntu port 22, and for RDP sessions port 3389. We are deploying Windows Server 10 2016 and we're going to access through Windows desktop client. So that works on port 3389. So I selected inbound port RDP 3389. If you have your own Windows license, you can save cost and you can use your own license in Microsoft Azure. I will use Microsoft image that comes with license. So I selected option no, click on next. There are different type of disk OS disk available that comes in different tiers, premium, standard, and it comes with solid state disk or HDD. Solid state disk, that is SSD, provides you higher throughput and HDD with lower throughput. So you can select I choose HDD with lower price. I don't need any data disk, so will not add any data disk. You can add data disk by creating and attach a new disk, or you can attach existing disk. Number of disks attached to VMs depends on that size of and these features of that machine. There are two different types of virtual disk. You can use managed disk and unmanaged disk. Unmanaged disk, you have to deploy, create a storage account and create a disk into that VM. Managed disk, Azure will take care of creating a storage accounts and creating disk for you. I select networking. This is my first Azure VM, so I need to create virtual network, subnet. I need to provide IP address of that network. Virtual networks are the VLANs, similar to on-premise network. So I create new virtual networks, that is GT Cloud RG Demo VNet. The default subnet will be created and one of the public IP address. You can select none if you're deploying virtual machines and you want to only access from your on-premise or your home network that resides in the same VNet range. I am deploying through my home PC. I want to access it through public IP address. Public IP address are assigned to network interface card of virtual machines. Network security groups. Network security groups are firewall configurations for your virtual machines. This will allow you to define both inbound and outbound ports. So I selected basics with port RDP3389 allowed. There are different options to manage, monitor, backup, and configure auto shutdown. Boot diagnostics will help you to troubleshoot. If you select boot diagnostic or OS guest diagnostic, you need to provide storage account details. If you already have storage account, you can select from existing. If you don't have, you have to create new account. I will select off, so not to monitoring or any kind of boot diagnostic. Manage identity is kind of accessing your resource. Manage identity, resource ID, uh, and providing access management. Auto shutdown. If you want to shut down virtual machines at specific time, you can enable auto shutdown option. I select on, that is 10 p.m. my time zone. You can create notifications as well. You can enable backup for this. We'll walk you through this option in the next presentation. Guest options. You can install another extensions, for example, antivirus or through Puppet, Shape, or any other agent that you want to do, like a custom script extension. PowerShell DSE, desired state configuration. Taggings are created for billing purposes. This is my demo VM and finance production department virtual machine. This panel gives you review all options that you have selected in last. It provides machine size, the cost per hour, subscription details, resource group, virtual machine's name, region I selected West Europe, username, and the disk time. And then you're going to create Azure Virtual Machine. After selecting create, you can see in the upper right corner deployment submitted. You can monitor deployment process. Your deployment is underway. This will take some time. After virtual machine is deployed, you can connect a public IP address of virtual machines and IDP with username created and the credentials that you have passed as inputs to this deployment. There are some quick starter tutorials available. Quick start template. In left hand side, you can see in a resource group JT Cloud RG demo is created. In that resource group, different resources that we choose are created. Virtual network with name JT Cloud RG demo VNet with subnet default address range 10.0.0.024 CIDR. It also created public IP address. Public IP address is chargeable and this will be associated to network interface of virtual machine. You can also mention the DNS name for this public IP address. Go to configuration, select DNS name. There are two different types of public IP address, dynamic and static. We'll go back to overview. You can see these options: resource group, location, subscription, subscription ID, SKU, that is pricing tier, IP address, that is public IP address, virtual machine. Now it has started creating virtual machines. You can go to virtual machines and select. You see the status creating. If you click on virtual machines, you see the computer name, operating system Windows, size 2 GB memory, public IP address, virtual network and subnet, and we have created tag productions. You can monitor performance of virtual machines in Azure portal, CPU, network, disk, bytes, these operations. You can configure some more options for your networking. You can see the network interface card is created with the name, with public IP address. This is private IP address of your virtual machine. These are firewall rules we call as a network security group. This allows some inbound and outbound rules. We allowed port 3389. Managed disk is created of size 127 GB and we are not selected any data disk. You can resize virtual machines at any times. Applying or selecting upsize or downsize will restart your virtual machine. So I can select any virtual machine size. If I select and apply, it will select the size and the new pricing model will be applied. After virtual machine is created, you can click on connect option. You have options to connect to public IP address or private IP address. Download RDP file. Click on RDP remote desktop client and enter credentials to connect. So this was how to create virtual machine from Azure portal. Hope you like all these sessions. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel so I can upload more videos. Please put your comments and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.